Hello, my name is Vonne Earl, and I am a Master Certified Christian Life Coach, and I am here to help you get a sound mind and to have a happy life. I work in the 6 key areas of life, creating balance. I'm here to help give you the full picture so you can create balance in all of your life. Oftentimes we hear part of a message, but we don't hear the whole message that will help us to make sense of it. Today I want to talk to you about speaking life into someone in addition to truth and justice. A lot of times we hear speak life, encourage people, compliment them. And because I work with a lot of unhealthy people that are from toxic families, I hear often them say, well, what does that look like? Speaking life into somebody, this person is so toxic. If I keep telling them, that they're doing a good job and this, it's just not getting any better. So I have a couple of tips to give to you to help you to figure out the right way to do this, to speak life into someone's life. You can certainly speak life and have truth and justice and boundaries at the same time. And so the 3 points I want to give to you is if there is frustration, fear, or if there are facts. So if you remember those 3 things, frustration, fear, or facts, let me help explain them to you. So first of all, if you're in a pretty healthy situation, a pretty healthy relationship, and you're just being frustrated because someone is not doing that which you would like them to be doing, maybe they're not taking out the trash, or they're not helping you with the dishes, or they're not speaking it to you in a way that you would really like. So the offense is pretty minor. It's a pretty normal relationship, just a frustration. The offense, again, is pretty minor. So if this is the case and it's a frustration factor, then speak life into the situation and begin to encourage the individual to help them to achieve that which you would like them to see. So in other words, if this is your spouse and you would like them to help you with the dishes or to take the trash out, just speak and encourage them, I just love what a helpful person you are. I love how you help me with the dishes, and could you do this? And so speak life. If it's your child and you would like to see them get their homework done more efficiently, and you would like to see them help out with the chores and do things around the house, begin complimenting them. They'll want to do better. I really like how you get your homework done so efficiently. I'm really proud of you for that. And thank you so much for helping me around the house. I really appreciate it. And maybe if they're having an off day, just compliment them. Go, you're normally such an amazing helper around here, and you normally speak to me so kind and so respectfully. Is anything going on? And so this is what is meant by speaking life in the Bible. So if it's a simple frustration, then speak life into it. And when I talk about fear, what I'm talking about is maybe you're fearful of something about to happen. And that might need to be a self-check, seeing like, what am I afraid of? So let's use the example of it being a spouse, and they have some friends, and maybe their friends are not the best of friends. You're not very happy with the friends maybe cheat or do things. And I always think it's best to hang around with healthy, good people. But there are those occasional friends or things, and maybe it's a fear of yours that you're actually going to bring into fruition because you keep speaking it like, well, I don't like them and I don't like this, and you begin speaking death. Instead say, gosh, you are such an amazing influence. I love how you are such a good person, and I know you're going to bring great life into those people's lives, into those friends, because you set such a good example. You are such a godly man, a godly woman, and speak that into your children. Maybe your children have certain friends that you don't necessarily like, and it's challenging at times because you cannot control all the friends. You cannot control everything. So we have to be careful of what our fears are. So you begin to speak against that and say, gosh, I'm so proud of you, my son or daughter, and I know that you are such a good influence, and I know that you make the right decisions, and I am always here for you. That is meant by speaking life. Now, if we're talking about facts, and there are some real offenses, we need to be careful because obviously you don't want to be setting yourself up for some real harm. So that's where the Bible tells us to use wisdom and discernment. So let's use the example of a married life and there has been previous infidelity and you are working through that. It's not resolved yet. And so that's not where you're going to be talking about, wow, you're such a faithful, loyal spouse and you're this and you're that. That's not happening right now because there is a fact going on that there has been some infidelity. And until that is dealt with, you're not going to be able to really speak those things into the individual. We have to speak about the facts, the truth. Truth and justice is there. So we live in the physical world, the secular world, and we also operate spiritually in speaking truth and life. But we have to be careful because we operate on both and there is wisdom and discernment to be had. So let's use a more serious example, such as the case of sexual abuse. So let's just say a brother or a relative had sexually abused you. You would not be speaking life into that and you would not be having them around your children and you would not be trusting that because trust has been severely broken. So we have to operate from a place of wisdom and discernment and the whole picture. If we tell people who come from unhealthy situations, people that are maybe not well at the time, they're still vulnerable, we tell them things like, oh, just speak life, and we don't give the full picture. Often what happens is we could really jeopardize putting them in unsafe situations again. So it's really important to put the whole picture together so that we can operate from a place of wisdom, discernment, and speaking life. If you remember those three things, if there is frustration in a normal relationship, if there is fear that possibly has something to do with your fears, or if there are real facts that need to be dealt with when we speak life. You can still be loving even in the facts category where you have to set some very serious boundaries. So we'll talk more about forgiveness and some other things to really help you along the way. But remember to speak life into your relationships. It's healthy. Speak good things, speak positive things, see the good in other people. And if there are some real facts that you need to deal with, then take care of those things. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.